Welcome to the Laugh Until We Fart podcast garage, where we're going to do some automotive maintenance and repair. That's right, we got a 2011 Santa Fe Limited front wheel drive, 4-liter engine. I know it's a beast. And you're probably wondering, hey Shane Harges, are you putting on some turbos? Maybe some superchargers to take this bad boy out on the drag strip? No, I'm not. Changing a serpentine belt, the belt tensioner, and an idler pulley. This ought to be fun. It was squeaking quite a bit. Battery light would come on in the dash, and I was like, you know what? This stuff's probably never been changed. So why not start changing it? So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. All right, so there's our belt that is on the side of the engine here. And as you can tell, we have some items in the way. We have this in the way. We have this in the way. And I don't know how skinny of arms you guys have, but that looks a little difficult to get to the belt and to get to the belt tensioner to release the tension on the belt so I can take it off. So you gotta take the front wheel off. This is fun. And take the front wheel off, and then you got to take this little plastic cover off. And then we can get to the belt and the belt tensioner, which is right about up here. It's about 4 bolts going across. I think they're 10 millimeter. We got our scissor jack and a jack stand. Extra precaution. You know, I do have a floor jack. But I think that floor jack is probably used for lawnmowers, because it definitely can't go high enough to lift this SUV. So I'm going to start taking that off. Yeehaw! One thing to note as well. Put some rubbers on before you go in your car. I mean, you don't know who all else has been in there. And do you want to be with all them too? I mean, that's kind of gross. So put your rubbers on before you go and get in and do the dirty. All right, we're all rubbered up. We got our protection on. We're ready to get in it and get dirty. All right, so another thing I suggest you do, which other mechanics do and suggest that you do as well, is draw out the diagram of how your belt, your serpentine belt, runs through all the different pulleys and such. But just be careful, because if you're looking at it and at the same time trying to sketch it out, you may end up with something kind of like this, and I don't think that's right. You may end up with something like this if you're sketching out as you're looking. You know, you might get this area kind of correct, but then it kind of shafts up into this. That's not correct. This should actually be what it looks like. And I marked my little tensioner right there. There is a 17 millimeter, I thought it was 19, but a 17 millimeter bolt that you put your ratchet or wrench on and turn it counterclockwise. So a lefty-loosey, and it releases the tension on the belt. So we're going to do that right now. So as you can see right here, I have my ratchet on the tensioner pulley, and when I pull that, you can see the belt start to get the tension released right there. See it flex? So I'm going to do that and get this belt off. Yee-hoo! All right, and as you can see, the belt is loose. Now we got to fish it out of all that tangledness all around the pulleys. Yeehaw! Here we go. All right, so the belt is out of there. So the other thing I'm doing, since I'm replacing the belt, is I'm going to go ahead and replace the belt tensioner that's up there. It's kind of dark, can't see it, but it's up there. We'll try to get a light on it here later. But keep in mind, the bolt that you use to release the tension going counterclockwise, that's a reverse threaded bolt. So to take it out, you got to go clockwise. So this is the one time righty-tighty, lefty-loosey is not applicable. So we're going to get this some bitch out of there. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, look at there. We got the reverse threaded one out. Now we got to get one more bolt out, and it's threaded the proper way. Let me find it with the camera here. Right over here. You're going to see it right there. So the pulley on the front of that belt tensioner covered that bolt there. So you got to take that off, thread it opposite. This is threaded the normal way, so lefty-loosey. So let's get that son of a bitch off there. Yeehaw, baby, let's go. All right. Look at there, we got the old one out. So that's the reverse threaded. That's your typical threaded bolt over there. One thing to keep in mind when you go and put your new one in, it's got this little nipple on it right there. There's a little hole up there that needs to be seated in before you start bolting the new one back in. So here's our new one. All right here, all nice and shiny. We'll take this piece off. There's the nipple on the back there. And then we'll get it all bolted back in. Yeehaw, let's go, baby. All right, the new belt tensioner is put on. I kind of marked on this side where the little teat was on the back side, just so I could have a visual representation of where it was. And that pretty much helped me align it and get it in there straight so that little teat fit in its little home. So we're going to tighten that bad boy up. Here we go. Yeehaw. All right, the idler pulleys actually seem to be spinning, and they're not wobbly. I think the idler pulleys are good, so we're not going to replace those. But now it's time to put on the new belt according to our little diagram. I'm going to feed it in from the top of the engine down. Might be easier. Get us a loop going from the top, come all the way down around the crankshaft pulley right there or whatever, and then try to feed it all around. Here we go, baby. Spaghetti time. All right, new belt is on. I did need assistance from my pretty mechanic assistant.
I'm a mechanic now.
She's a mechanic, but we got it on. We just started it up. Nothing flew off, slapped me in the face. Car didn't blow up. Now it's time to put the little access panel back on, the 4 bolts, and then put the tire on and take it off the lift. And there you have it. Woohoo!